Hello Aquarius, I'm just about to do your monthly reading for the month of September. Now remember, not all readings will resonate with you. Please check out your other signs such as your moon, your rising and or your ascendant, because some people call the rising the ascendant, and I can't shuffle today. And your moon, Venus, whatever else you need to. Check out the rest of your chart, your birth chart, because very often you have like a lot of planets. I know that in my main star signs I don't have any fire, but my chart is filled with Sagittarius, so which I always think is quite interesting. If you would like a personal reading from me, please view the details below. Big thank you to those who've subscribed to my channel so far. I'm extremely humbled by this. I don't even know what to say to make you understand how much it all means to me. But I know I've been taken on this journey by spirit for a very long time, and I know it was coming and I had to do it. Cards I'm using today are the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti, which are the ones a lot of readers use. And let's get cracking on your monthly reading, Aquarius. Okay, card at the bottom of the deck, exactly the same as came out for Sagittarius. This is going to be September's a month for all of us to find balance. I'm not sure, I'm not a big astrologer. I'm sure if there was an astrologer out there, you might find out why that September's a month of balance, but I would suggest with everything going, all the planets going direct, there's a very good possibility that we've gone through a lot of changes with the retrogrades and the eclipses, and maybe now it's a time for us to start balancing our lives out. There's a definite realization for a lot of people here that they've been putting too much into relationships and jobs than they should have been doing, and there's this feeling now it's time to take back. So I feel like for a lot of people, September may be a month of moving on from things, certainly understanding that we're not getting back what we're putting in, which is so important in life. Okay, first card out of the gate, Two of Cups. Okay, now this is going to probably and more than likely be a relationship reading for you, Aquarius, for the month of September. Now it could be a partnership reading, so we'll leave it open at the moment, but the Two of Cups does suggest that two people feeling very, very equal. You know, people call this the soulmate card because these two people are looking eye to eye. They have a very equal give and take in this relationship. And it's interesting that we've got that with this Six of Pentacles. So maybe this is the energy you're trying to bring in with someone, or is coming in for you. And at the moment, you're in the energy of the Six of Pentacles. So whichever way it goes around, you are looking for this equal give and take in a relationship. Now, this can be a partnership as well. When I say relationship, it can also be a relationship that you have with a soulmate that's not necessarily a romantic partner. So whatever it is for you, you are looking for this equal give and take. And in comes the Empress, and the Empress talks about you know, being very much in your element. She's a beautiful woman. She is often talked about as pregnancy and birth. It could be that you're, you know, to a point in your relationship where you want to bring something new in, but she's certainly, you know, quite glorious. This also implies that it might be the end of a cycle for you here. It can also talk about marriage as in a wedding ring. So there may be some of you who are moving to the next level of your relationship by giving someone a ring. So whatever it is, the Empress has this, you know, energy of producing, being fruitful. She's a beautiful energy. Okay, next card in is Transformation. So for some of you, your relationship's actually going into another dimension. And I would think that maybe a lot of people are being asked to get married in the month of September. It could also mean that your relationship has come to the end of one cycle. Maybe you've got to the point of, you know, no longer dating, that you now you're transforming into something more permanent. You may have asked someone to move in with you, get married, but definitely this feeling of transforming. Now, if this is a relationship in business, it's very possible that you're starting to understand what you're doing well and what you're not, and having a look at how you can change your business to match where you're up to. But whatever it is, you're definitely looking for this equal give and take. Next card out is the King of Cups. Now this could be the person you're dealing with, without any doubt. It's definitely the energy of a person here. It could be a man or woman, a woman probably with more alpha energies, but it's definitely a person who's a Scorpio, Pisces or Cancer personality, not necessarily the star sign. So it may be that this person you're dealing with is very emotional at the moment. Maybe this is the man that's asked to marry you. Now I can say to you, this could be the breakdown of relationships too, especially with this Six of Pentacles as the under energy for this. It could be that you are actually breaking from a relationship that was, you know, quite romantic or a partnership, and this King of Cups is the person you're breaking away from. So there's always that energy there as well. Lots of energies here, but definitely energies around change, huge change, but change that brings in, you know, a whole lot of difference and a lot of emotion here. Okay, then the Three of Pentacles comes out. So I feel like you've been working hard. Maybe you've decided to pull away after working hard on a relationship. Maybe you've got to the time where you think you've put in as much as you could, because there's your Three Pentacles. It could be that you've put in this work and now it's time to walk away from this energy for whatever reason, because you feel like you've done your bit and the other person's not pulling their weight. Now this Sun energy comes next, and I would say to you with the Sun energy, it's very possible that whatever you're doing here is in your best interest. So if you are putting in this work and you do want to move someone to the next level, which could be very much the case with the Sun, you may be wanting to do this because something is about this relationship is really good for you. Maybe you've decided to have a baby here and you're moving into this sort of like, this is our bigger family now. This is very much a Ten of Cups energy here. It could be that, you know, that you're about to have a child and this is going to change the whole context of your relationship. And the King of Cups here could show that you have, yeah, look, the Emperor's come out next. You've reached this stage in your life where you're feeling very, very much in control of things. The Emperor and Empress has been coming out in a few readings. So I feel like there's a lot of people here who are moving to soulmate, twin flame relationships without any doubt. But in this particular one, it's almost like you're taking your relationship up and this is where you're feeling now. So you may have been the King of Cups before, but now you're really feeling like with this Sun here that you've reached a pinnacle in your life and you're very, very happy with that. You've put in a lot of work to get to this point. You do believe you have this equal give and take in your relationship. So it's sort of like you're looking really good now, and look at you go. Here's the card of victory. Six of Wands. Some people sort of find this card a little bit, how would you say, a little bit like a weak victory, or it's not a real victory. You know, this person's sort of very proud and sitting on their horse. But to be honest with you, I feel like this is how you're feeling at the moment. It's sort of like life for you is just really, everything's sitting in the right place, Aquarius. It's almost like you've really got your house in order, and then comes the Tower. Now the Tower may not be a bad thing in this reading either, because it could be that you've realized how happy you are in your life. It could be this epiphany of, look where I am, look what I've done, look what I've achieved, and we've got that in the victory card. So it's almost like the victory, this Tower brings you to your knees because you can't believe how well you've done this or how happy you feel. And that's definitely the energy of this. It's not feeling like it's a, you know, Tower break down the, you know, the walls. It's sort of like, you know, maybe you've realized, maybe you've had a really tough life and you've realized that you've got everything going for you at the moment, and it might be sort of breaking down the way you see things. Maybe you never saw yourself being in this position, because it's such a lovely energy coming from this reading with this Sun here. It's almost like everything's perfect, but maybe you never expected life to be this good. So for some people, this is amazing. Now, if it was a reading where you were thinking of breaking off a relationship and you were coming out with this energy of the Sun because you've done the right thing, and now you're sitting in this Emperor position because you had a victory here, it could be whatever it is. In, you know, if I take it into a more negative feeling, it could be that your world has changed now. You've made some of these decisions and these moves. It's very possible that that's what's coming in. And here's the Hanging Man. So maybe now you need to take time out to consider what has happened here. It's almost like you've made changes that are so great for you, and maybe you never thought these changes would be possible. Because whatever they are, you're having to take time out to view them, because the Hanging Man's here. This is a transformation beyond what you had ever believed you could do. It's almost like you've got to a point in your life where you've gone, I never thought I could achieve this. I never thought I would ever be in the position of having this much luck, joy, whatever. But it certainly feels to me like it's a good thing. It's almost like this tower brings in this epiphany moment, and it's not a bad epiphany. It's sort of like, I didn't believe I was able to achieve this. Like, this is amazing. And maybe you've been trying to have a baby for a while and you couldn't fall pregnant, and now you've been able to fall pregnant. It's just an amazing feeling to understand you're bringing new life into the world. New love. It's amazing to think you're in this position where, you know, you've been able to manifest this stuff. Okay, so the Ace of Wands comes up when I reshuffled again, so I feel like this is what it is. It's like I've got this opportunity for a new start here. Things are just looking fantastic for me. Yeah, stability, look at that. This is what you're doing. I think you've had this realization that you've got this stability that you've never had before. That's really amazing. It's almost like I've worked so hard all my life to have these things, and now I've got them all, and I'm just standing back thinking, wow, I never thought I'd have it this good. Aquarius, this is a really amazing reading. Definitely the energy around it feeling like it's a good thing. I mean, if some of you have moved away from a relationship, well, I don't think it's a bad thing. It's almost like I've done it. I've got away. I'm free. Okay, I'll just pull you out an oracle card. Okay, look at this. Out comes the Cracker. So positive energy surrounds you. Love, joy, and good fortune awaits. And I really get that feeling from this energy. It doesn't feel bad at all. I'm sorry if you are having a really hard time moving away from something, but I can honestly say to you that you're, you know, according to these cards here, the decisions you're making are in your best interest. All right, Aquarius, that's your reading for September. Thank you for listening.